guys? This is Kyrie. I am finally here at home in New Jersey. I am now suffering from post-E3 depression. Like, I have not left my bed. I'm like, I want to go back. And I'm not wearing any makeup, so hopefully you didn't turn on the screen and you were like, what is that? You want to see what happens when tired Kyrie, tired Bronson, and tired Bremen all get into a room?
Evil.
I'm evil?
Yes.
It's not the first time I've heard that. Okay.
Really?
Really?
That's the first time you've heard that.
Oh, I said it's not the...
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I actually
What
want
are we
to.
doing here?
We're doing an episode of What the Hell.
Oh, what the hell?
What the hell? Really?
What?
What's up, guys? This is... it's too high. Just by wearing this hat, I feel the need to, like, pee in a bucket and yell at a picture of Bill Clinton.
What? How? That is someone who wears that hat out in public, unironically, would say YOLO and really mean it. What?
The hell?
Nobody on staff has slept that much. We have gone to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and get up every day at 8 o'clock in the morning again. Like, I go to sleep, I get in bed at night, and I can hear birds chirping outside my window. And it's fucking depressing. I mean, it's been worth it if it hasn't been, like, so exhausting. I was really impressed with the indie games this year. They actually had some really cool ones. They had some that were seriously, like, being on acid. Like, there was this one game, I can't remember, what was that one that was really weird that I couldn't stop laughing at? What was it called?
The eyeball one?
Yeah.
That one was called Hokokum.
Hokokum. I don't
It's,
know. No.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh!
Brother!
Okay. And this is why we're single.
Am I distracting you?
No.
Billy? Why do you keep stopping?
Like, if you want to know what being on acid is like, it's probably... Alright, I really seriously need to go to sleep, so... I'm so tired. Okay, I'm just gonna turn this off. Anyway, E3 was really awesome. I'm really surprised at how Microsoft upped their game tremendously from last year. They really didn't do too bad, I guess, if you... actually, yes, they did. But it was really only the launch of the Xbox One that really bombed for them. But I couldn't get over it, so to me, it kind of ruined their whole presentation. The thing that I really liked about their presentation, their conference this year, though, is that they did 90 minutes of games. They didn't show us, like, any useless crap that, you know, I don't care about, like... statistics or how much they're selling or whatever. I don't actually care about that. I want to see the new games and what you're working on. So I was really impressed with that. Sony didn't do that as much. I think that they actually made up for it though with the launch of the Batman game. Might be a little bit excited for that. I actually really don't have too many complaints about the actual convention. I think the biggest complaint that I have is that they had something called a swag station. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a minute. Why do you need to call it a swag station? Why doesn't that word just die already? I had never been to something like this before. So that's probably why everything just blew my mind. But for me, honestly, not out of everything, okay, but out of most things from the whole trip, the thing that stood out to me was that game called Never Ending Nightmares. If you haven't seen my video on it, it's actually a game that the creator made based on his mental illness because he has OCD and depression, and he created a game kind of around his struggles, and it was, you know, it was a horror game. But beyond the fact that it was just about his struggle, the actual game itself looked very smooth. Like, it looked very it looked like it was hand-drawn, which is an interesting artwork style to put together in a game. But it also ran very smoothly. Like, if I were to kind of run fast, but then run a little bit slower, it was very smooth. It didn't look choppy, or it transitioned very well. It's very surprising for an indie game, especially one of that style. So I was really surprised with that, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed talking to him, you know, being able to talk about how he took a struggle of his and found a creative outlet and made something that maybe somebody else will see and be like, yo, somebody else experienced that, like, now I'm not alone, which is pretty cool. So hopefully, I'm definitely going to buy the game when it comes out, but hopefully this becomes a huge hit, and I will be able to say that I interviewed him. I think another one of my favorite games was actually The Order. So The Order is a third-person shooting game that takes place in the 1800s, and I went in, like, I stood in line for like 25 minutes. I think it was actually more. I think it was like 45 minutes. I stood in line for 45 minutes, and I started playing the demo, and the demo crashed on me. I really, really don't like shooters. I really don't like them. I think that they're boring to me. They're very boring to me. It's just like shoot this, shoot that, go accomplish a mission, that's it. But this one seems to have a horror aspect to it. What I tried to focus on in the demo was mostly about how the combat works. It's not a super complicated combat system, thank God, because I hate having to learn a whole new combat system. But there's this one thing that you can do. It's like, I think it's like a grenade where you throw it and then you shoot it and it blows up. And I love that because then you can see all of your enemies running around and I'm like, die bitches, and it was great. I love E3. I can't wait to go back next year and cover everything because it was so cool just being there in person. It's completely different than watching it on TV, except the fact that they charge $4 for a bottle of water, which I'm sure Bronson has mentioned several times in several interviews because he was pretty pissed off about that. That's it for this week's video. I really hope it was informative. I hope it helped you. Leave your comments in the below section and be sure to watch everything. Fuck my life. Alright, that's it for this week's video. I hope it was informative. Be sure to leave your comments below and be sure to tune into fuck my life and to tune into why am I keep on saying tune into? I'm not a fucking TV station. That's it for this week's video. Be sure to leave your comments in the thing below. Be sure to keep on logging on to thegameraccess.com for more updates. We're not even close to being done covering E3 because it was so awesome. Thank you for watching so much. Bye.